All right, with me now is Lloyd Axworthy, former Foreign Affairs Minister under Jean Chrétien. Good morning. Great to see you again. Going to put you a little bit on the spot and ask you to evaluate what you just heard from the current Foreign Affairs Minister, Anita Anand. What did you make of her message and what she had to say about Canada's position right now in the face of these ongoing threats from President Trump?
I think what's been missing in her comments and in the comments of the Prime Minister is that we can say we belong and support these fundamental principles. The question is, what are we prepared to do to ensure that they aren't overturned or overtaken by Donald Trump? And so there's contradictions. The Prime Minister has said he's contemplating joining Trump's newfound peace organization, which is really a way to try to replace the United Nations. Donald Trump is a madman. He wants to basically control and manage the entire system. And Canada should not be associating herself with that kind of principle. We should be much stronger, particularly in the question of Greenland and the Arctic, about bolstering and bustering our support for the international organizations. Rhetoric needs to be followed up by action. And I guess my concern is that we're still dancing around and not confronting directly Trump's clear intent, not only to take over Greenland and control the Arctic, but as you saw in your news report from the White House, Canada's next on the lines. So let's not pretend that we're negotiating with a serious person. We're negotiating, as I called him in our thing I wrote, with a fruitcake.
So a couple things I want to pick up on, and you use the word dance, and I'm going to go there because a lot of politicos, observers have said Carney's in a really difficult position in doing this dance because we are a member of NATO. We do support Greenland sovereignty. At the same time, we are going to be renegotiating our CUSMA deal with the U.S. later this month, so that puts us in a bit of a difficult situation. We don't want to see more tariffs slapped on this country. So given all of that, do you still feel that Canada should be taking a stronger position, speaking up more loudly against Trump?
Yeah, there's no doubt we're in a difficult position. But the question is, what's the response to it? And I think we have tried now for several months to try to find appeasement, make concessions, don't do anything or say anything that's going to ruffle Mr. Trump's feathers. The end result is he doesn't care. He's got his own agenda. You saw it on the map. Yeah. He wants to be in control. He wants to manage. He wants to run the hemisphere and be a dictator. That takes stronger action than simply reciting kind of, the standard cliche about we believe in the world order. What are you going to do to preserve it and protect it and enhance it and change it? Canada has always played a role of trying to provide creative diplomacy, of helping to really take on clear threats and risks to fundamentals like human rights, of the protection of smaller countries. I mean, that's been our motto as well, not just sort of citing sovereignty issues. That's not the case. We've also said you have to put constraints on big powers, otherwise they're going to just run right over you.
I'm going to ask the control room if they can pop up that photo again, that fake, I believe it was AI generated, of the map in the Oval Office, which is going to be, Mr. Axworthy, highly offensive to so many Canadians when we see.
Yeah.
So, and my last question then to you on this, as we look at this picture, do you think we are past the point of dismissing Trump's musings about taking over countries? Do you think that he's been emboldened by Venezuela and now, Canada could be the next conquest? Do you think he's serious is my question.
Look, we don't need a crystal ball. He does what he says he's going to do. And what he wants to do is he wants to basically be the king of the Western Hemisphere. And he can work along with the Chinese and the Russians, who have their own spheres of power as well. But he has no interest, respect, or regard for the fact that there are independent countries. Even use that word, and you can see it. That picture is probably the best expression of that, and that's what I think. I think for me, and Mr. Prime Minister Carney and Ms. Anand have maybe different approaches. But I think it's about time we showed a little sort of what the hell is going on, Mr. Trump. Would you stop this nonsense? Because if he's not confronted, then he will feel emboldened to go ahead. And I think we are the turning point that requires more than just building back our trade and tariffs. Those are important things. I think we also have to start thinking seriously, what kind of international system are we going to have that isn't subject to the kind of whims and caprices of one man who happens to be the president of a very powerful country? But we do have to find the ways to counter that.
Lloyd Axworthy, the former Foreign Affairs Minister under Jean Chrétien, I thank you so much. I always enjoy speaking with you. We'll talk to you again.
Thank you.